What do you want to talk about? Maybe politics? Maybe something that President Trump tweeted? Maybe sports. We could talk about sports. I don't actually mean the game. I mean, we could talk about the players and whether or not they should kneel or pledge allegiance. Because obviously, if that many people talk about it, that's more interesting and relevant than the game itself. None of that's interesting enough for me to talk about today. I'm just not passionate enough about any of that. I won't talk about it. I'm only going to talk about hair loss. I'm going to talk about a character arc in my own life. As we all know, over the last couple months I was growing my hair out a little bit longer. And during that time, our good friend, Maxwell Smart, who was born in Canada but mysteriously ended up somewhere in Germany. Lots of mysteries and details revolving around that. I don't even care. I'm like the action hero who just walks away from the fire, and you see that in the trailer and you think, oh, let me go watch that movie. That would be interesting. So Max had explained to me that it would be a good idea for me to switch to a pomade or gel which is water-based and compared to petroleum-based. And he was completely right. My hair looked so much better. It held better for what I needed it for without it being overkill. It totally worked. It was a good thing for me to use water-based gel. And man, I wish I had known that earlier. And I thought, you know what? This is going to be the thing, because petroleum-based is only going to expose my thinning that I've got going on. I'm just going to stick with the $2 gel from now on. But I will say, so obviously I got my hair cut last week when I was in Los Angeles by a hairdresser for Access Hollywood. So I got a free haircut that was worth hundreds of dollars. But I've noticed that my hair hasn't looked as good as the day that I got it cut. Of course, we'll all get another look at that sometime in January 2018, which is not that far from now. So being slightly disappointed that my hair hasn't looked as good since then, perhaps on a whim this morning as I was getting ready, I was reaching for the usual pomade that I have that has water that I've now adopted. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. Not today. Not now. So I went into the drawer and I got the pomade that was actually petroleum based, despite knowing that my hair looked better with the water-based gel with the longer hair. But my hair, again, it is shorter now. So I've made more than one video about, it's called Cream of Nature Perfect Edges, and it's got argan oil in it, okay? And it smells awesome. There's no pomade that smells as good as this kind. So I went ahead and I used that today. And I gotta say, this is the best I have felt about my hair since getting that new haircut, the Hollywood haircut, by switching back to the petroleum. Now, I can't exactly understand the science behind it, because the whole thing that led to the character arc for me to switch to the water-based gel was the concept that the petroleum causes more separation. It shows the shine on your hair. So if I have shorter hair, there's less layers to cover the thinning, and you would think that petroleum based would definitely make it worse. Now, I'm only speaking from my own perspective. There's about 2,200 of you, and you get to decide how my hair looks today. This is the third video I've shot today, of course. But in the worst possible light, in the glaring sun, if anything was going to expose thinning, it would be this light, not the perfect light of my living room. This is some ultra light going on. But I feel that my hair looks really good today compared to the last couple days. I feel I can't explain why the petroleum is not making it look worse, but I think that it actually looks good this way. So you can tell me what you think. I want to know, because here's the thing. You know what looks good on me better than I do. All of you agreed that I look best with the beard. And what did I do? I shaved it. But I learned from that. I now know I look best with a beard. So, as you look at my hair in this video, now that I've switched back to Petroleum for a day. And of course, this is halfway through the day, so I've given it a chance to kind of get a little messed up. But man, this holds better. It was easier to style my hair. And I just think that it looks good with this perfect edges, cream of nature, petroleum based. Because remember, Suavecito is water based, and that was what I was using, or I was using gels, alternating. But this is undeniably petroleum based pomade. So even against my better judgment, I am wearing it. So tell me what you think. I want to know your perspective of the world.